to a brand new Five Heart Podcast live on a Thursday night. Coronations, YouTube, Facebook, and X. We are two-thirds of your weekly panel of hooligans. Greg Mahochko, and this feels weird. Minnie Hunt.
Okay,
Minnie, how are you
this
doing
feels
tonight?
weird too. Greg Mahochko.
Can we switch? Can we put? Not that I don't like it, but it's
Yeah,
too abnormal.
why?
I don't know, because I'm a creature of habit, and I'm used to going Minnie Hunt.
Okay, that's fine with me. That means I have to go this way.
All right. So now we're good?
Yeah,
Yep. Perfect.
fine.
All right. You are wondering where our
Yeah,
illustrious third
okay,
leg.
good. Hold on. Because I had to adjust my volume so I could hear you
Okay.
because you were so low.
I'm sorry. I really don't know what to do about that.
Talk louder.
Is that better?
Well, you're talking way louder,
Right.
but
So
I
talk
don't.
louder. Okay. So lower than normal. I don't know. This is gonna be fun. Turn it up. Cranking the volume. Okay. Crap. Uh, the comments are on your side. Not that I didn't believe you, but
Of course they are.
Oh, okay. Let's. They did get adjusted. Is that better, everybody?
Oh, so much better. Thank you.
My apologies.
I honestly thought was becoming hard of hearing in my old age. Don't.
Sorry,
Okay.
I could. Um, age is just a number.
Yeah, I agree. But I have noticed that my hearing is going.
Okay. Well,
My eyesight went a long time ago. Well, about 6, 7 years ago. And now it's my hearing.
it didn't help because someone got in here, tinkered with the settings, and so yes, I apologize to you. I apologize to everyone who
Okay.
is um saying they can't hear me. Gary is still saying that I'm quiet. Most people would say that's a good time with Greg being quiet, but I did turn the volume up. Is it to where it normal? All right, so let's get a little peek behind the curtain. Last night, you, me, and Fred, who will be joining us here in a few minutes, spent an hour trying to adjust our audio settings because we have been noticing an echo, and we know that you in the chat have been noticing an echo. So we really did try to problem solve. And there is just a possibility that in doing all that work, we threw a wrench into everything else. So hopefully, I don't have an echo. I don't hear an echo, Minnie. I'm doing
I don't
most
hear
of the
an echo.
talking. So um, you
I'm
talk for a minute.
excited not to hear an echo. It was the weirdest thing, you guys, because okay, we would like take our earbuds out and use a different mic, and then it would the echoing would transfer to somebody else. So one time Fred would be echoing, and then another time it would be Greg, and then it would be Fred and Greg, and then it would be me. It took us forever, and we just realized it's our StreamYard problem.
It's not our fault. So we hope that we can avoid any more issues for sound and anything else tonight.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
that'd be
thank you,
nice.
Gary. I don't want to. Volume is so subjective. I have it back to where it always is. It's at 100. Um, but turn it. I don't want to blare everybody else out if one or two people. So do the best we can. We are not paid professionals. We are fans just like you, having some fun. We're having the conversations we'd be having anyway, except now we're doing it with microphones and cameras and YouTube and all of you. So
Mhm.
with that, like I said, Fred will join us. He had we'll let him tell his story when we get here. But Minnie, how you been in the last week?
Busy, busy, just like the Huskers. Only my busy isn't as fun because I'm getting 3 daughters ready for school starting on Monday.
Ooh,
So it's been chaotic meeting teachers and going school, back to school shopping, and figuring out schedules. I have 3 daughters in 3 different schools. So, yeah, yeah.
I
Fun.
can just imagine the chaos.
It is. It's chaotic, but we're handling it well. They're ready. And thank goodness. Usually I'm like so excited for summer to get here because then I'm not driving as much, but now I'm ready for them to go back to school.
Because the only one of them drives, so you still have to take the other two to school.
Mhm.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward for school starting. My boys start on the 17th. So I guess a week after your girls. But it'll just be cheaper to have them all in private Catholic school than all the money that has been spent this summer for camps and everything else.
Oh,
So
I know. It's ridiculous.
just throw them all in there and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, our Huskers have been busy, busy, busy.
Tell me more about our Husker. Busy,
Finally,
busy.
because we haven't heard a peep for months, it feels like. I mean, it's been driving us all crazy and kind of a good thing, right?
Sure.
Because of the way the season ended, we don't really want to hear all this hype. So we just want just the facts. And so yesterday they gave us 10 players, um and we got to hear them all speak. It was fantastic.
Planning on. Yeah, because I mean, we had Big Ten Media Days, but we didn't really get a chance to cover most of Nebraska stuff last Thursday night.
No,
So
we really didn't talk about Nebraska hardly at all because, I mean, what are
they
you going
hadn't
to say?
hardly stepped up to the podium yet. So
But now we have lots to talk about. We have
well,
10 players' comments, as well as um, Dana Holgerson and Matt Rule had a little tiny interview after today's practice. So that was kind of nice.
that's right, because fall camp has officially started as of Monday.
Yep.
So who spoke? What players have we heard from?
Okay. I'm just going to go down the list. We heard from Anthony Calandria, TJ Latif, and I'm going to do offense first. Paul Mumbega, love
Okay.
him, love him. Ja'Cory Barney and Isaiah Hunter, and then we heard from, let's see, Jameer Khan a lot, and Owen Chambliss,
New
linebacker,
player from San Diego
San
State.
Diego State. Yep,
Yep.
yep. And let's see, Donovan Jones and Riley Van Poppel, Cam Lenhart. I think that's all. I think. Yeah,
I
that's a
know. Did
lot.
you say Luke Lindenmeyer?
No, I didn't see him. Well, remember he was at Big Ten Media Days.
Right.
So
Yeah. So I know that he had spoken at some point. So,
yeah, yeah.
but well, what did all the players say?
Are we really just going to jump right into it like that?
No, I don't know where we're starting. I don't have a proper format this week.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay,
don't know. I don't know anything this week. I don't
really?
have any. I have so little prepared because I was preoccupied doing a million other things today.
Okay.
So
Well, do you want to say hello to people in the chat so we
I
can?
do.
Okay, let's do that first.
Okay. Hello, people in the chat. No, I'm kidding. Roger Moore was here early. Husker Chuck is here. Worships water. Dondre says, "Can you feel it?"
See the excitement.
Double O Dana says, "Fall camp commenced."
It has.
Worships Water says it's an IPA night. Then we had the uh, uh, back and forth about me being too quiet. Living in Omaha, David Matney, the official realtor of the Five Heart Podcast, is here and says, "Good evening."
Good evening.
Haas wants to know how far it is for me from Iowa City, or to Iowa City. and says that Katie and Katie are planning on going, and they're drafting me to join them.
Oh, that's cool.
So I did. That's why I was mildly distracted. I was Apple mapping it, and it's 400 or I'm sorry 271 miles, or
That's
about
not bad.
four and a quarter hours. So
That's not bad.
no,
You'll do it.
it's doable. Mr. Matney says good as far as not hearing much from them in the off season. Maybe they are focused on football.
Yeah.
Roger Moore says the like button is 4, which is just 2 more than
Good.
Colorado has fans. And so, yeah, it's a good time. Honestly, it's a great time for my TV to randomly turn back on. Hold on, I can actually fix that from my phone. I don't even have to get up and move anymore, everybody. This is the new age we're living in.
Well,
Is that
you
really loud in the background?
I didn't hear anything.
Oh,
No.
you can't hear any of that?
No.
Awesome. Later. Devices. Power. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. That's super professional. But like we said at the top of the show, this is not exactly what we call a professional endeavor.
You know what? Can I just say something about that really quick? Because
Okay.
it does bother me. Okay, here's the deal. The way I look at the Five Heart podcast and Monday Night Therapy, I feel like it's actually more
So
you
perfectly timed.
always do this to me when I'm in the middle of a conversation and you interrupt me.
Sorry.
Focus. So I feel like these shows are actually more for the chat than they are for us.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like most often I see comments, they're having their own conversation in the chat. Yes, thank you. And it's we just talk about, things on our mind, old Husker stuff, new Husker stuff. We'll talk about beer, movies, and WWE whenever possible.
That's what we do.
But that's what we're here for.
Where I think it was um, Mark from Voice of College Football that described our show as a variety show. We're
Right.
we are a smorgasbord. We're a buffet. We have a little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody can come here, find something that they like, and then hopefully tell their friends and come back the next week. Before we bring in our illustrious third host of the show, a reminder. I think Roger Moore was the first to say, get out there and smash the like button. So, yes, like this video on YouTube if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Coronation YouTube channel and ring that bell for notifications so you never miss a new episode, a new video. We're getting into the season, so you know that John's going to be celebrating an awful lot out by the trees and enjoying nature and really soaking it all in, every victory that we have. You're not going to want to miss a single bit of it. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications after you subscribe. With that all said, let us bring in the man, the myth, the legend. You know him, you love him. One of yours, risen to new heights. Fred, the Italian stallion, Sacco.
Yay.
Hi, buddy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Twice.
Yep.
What?
We
Yep,
we
I'm
hear the
here.
echo, Minnie. You don't hear the echo.
And the chat hears the echo. Son of a gun.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. No, now I hear it.
Now, we
I'm
could either
echoing
try and
too.
play it out like we did on our test and eventually it goes away, or just say fuck it and you guys do it. Yeah, because I'm not gonna have it do this all night.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Stick around. Let's see if it kind of if the ship rights itself. So, how's that sound to you, my friend?
Works for me.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna turn my volume way down so that it's not. Yeah.
I mean, we
So
all
I'll
know
have
it's
to
secretly
read
Minnie's
lips.
fault anyway.
So
Okay.
It's okay. It's Minnie's fault,
What?
right, Minnie?
What did I do?
It's your fault. It's just accept that it's your fault. It's fine.
It is not my fault. I didn't do anything. In fact, we weren't echoing till Fred came.
But it's not your fault.
How do you
It's an important
mean?
distinguish. It's an important distinction to
Oh,
acknowledge that
okay.
it's
Now, if this
not your
isn't the
fault.
nicest thing anyone's ever said to Fred,
Oh, worship's water. I thanked you twice. Well, 4 times now.
Well played, sir. Well played. So where are we, Fred? You've come in at a perfect time because we really haven't talked about anything yet.
Okay, good.
So, what, Minnie? Where are we starting the show tonight?
well, we had already talked about that is fall camp, and so
Correct.
we're slowly dipping our toe into what we know as the Husker Kool-Aid. We're going to be checking out the waters, seeing what it feels like tonight,
Just a tip.
and yeah, and we'll go from there.
Fred, like Bull Mountain, man. Don't go changing.
Never ever. If I could change
All
one
right.
thing, it'd be the echo, but we'll get around it.
I mean, I personally would rather start with Dana Holgerson. Matt Rule just basically today, he just kind of, just did coach speech like he normally does. I feel like Dana Holgerson got more into it. The first thing he said, and he said it more than once, he repeated it himself, is we're old and experienced. I don't remember. I don't know.
Is he talking about the Huskers or is he talking about the two of you?
No, I wasn't there.
But he said we're old and experienced, so I didn't know if he
Yeah.
was talking about Nebraska football or the 50 and over crowd.
Oh, look at this. David Matney has a suggestion.
That's all I have on StreamYard.
No, I think he's saying to just stream to StreamYard only. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but I don't know how we would.
I can do it.
Then.
I mean, I only have StreamYard up. That's all that's on my.
That's all I have too.
Same.
Yeah, I never have any other windows open.
Because we are focused and dedicated until it's time to greggle something.
This is true. Very true. Okay.
Fred, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a red wine from Junto Vineyard down in Seward, Nebraska.
Nice.
And it is called, and I thought we could save it when we talk about Dylan, but we can just talk about the wine now. It's called Passy. So it's one letter off from, anyways.
Careful. Well, I can't add I drink the same thing every week, Minnie, so I didn't want to say, what's Greg drinking today? So that's what Fred's drinking today. Whoa. Minnie, what did Dana say?
Oh, I thought you were asking me what I'm drinking.
It's a White Claw.
White Claw purple.
And water. Because it's still hot here in Phoenix. And you have to hydrate a lot. Okay, so Dana,
Nicholas, because they're still talking about the echo. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man, but we tried every combination of headphone, no headphone, etc. last night. So we are doing the very best we can. Bear with us, please.
We kind of think it's been Fred's fault for a long time.
I wasn't going to say that, Fred. I'm not here to throw people under the bus.
You threw me under the bus.
Never.
When we first started. Jeez. Okay. So Dana Holgerson said more than once, we're old and experienced. And I don't think he's ever, I don't even remember. Have we ever had an old and experienced offense? Have you felt like we've ever, the only thing he said that we aren't old and experienced in is obviously our running backs. They're a real young group, he said. But he came out of the spring game feeling pretty comfortable with the 5 running backs that we had then. So he said, nothing has changed. Nobody's let me down. And I mean, he just talked very highly about the offense as far as he's way more comfortable this year in initiating plays. And he said, for a change, and this is literally what he said, that we have a speed element to the wide receivers.
I would hope so.
Wow.
Well, in the past, I don't think he thought we had a speed element.
What
And
was
really,
Dane
we
Key
haven't
supposed to
seen.
be?
Yeah, he wasn't. All he really did for us was blocking a
Trey
lot.
Palmer, if you go back enough years.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
it.
he wasn't here for Trey Palmer. So he said Ja'Cory Barney obviously is fast and always has been fast, but you know, he's saying that Ja'Cory Barney, Quasi Gilmore, Quinn Clark, and Isaiah Hunter is everyone's starting to show up a lot. So then he went on
to
go
no fault of Barney is he's also short. You know, like we don't have any tall, any big fast receivers, or let me say we haven't. Maybe this is, you know, I would love, you know, a 6'4" receiver who could go up, high point the ball, who had, you know, I think. Disagree with me if you want. I'm open to, you know, all types of discussion about this chat, obviously as well. Like a Calvin Johnson is in my mind the prototypical wide receiver.
Megatron.
Yeah.
Am I echoing still?
a lot.
Son of a bitch.
Just drink, Fred. It's fine.
That's my plan. It's been that kind of day.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Continue.
Continue.
Do you want to talk about anything? You want to share anything, buddy? It's a safe space.
Yeah. No. I have nothing to share. Wide receivers, I'm happy with what we have. I don't know if having speed would done anything last year because all Dylan does is fucking check down. So, you know, it's now we got a guy that'll throw deep, a bit of a gunslinger. I feel better about things.
I do like gunslingers.
Well, Anthony Calandra isn't just arm talent. You know, he has a running threat as well, which is
eye
really
candy?
important.
Is that what you're gonna say? Arm talent and eye candy?
Why would you say that?
I
Just
don't know. I
because
just
I'm a
feel like
girl?
that. Huh?
Would you say that? Would you say that, Greg?
I don't know that
Anthony
Calandria appeals to him.
I just.
Why don't you both talk at the same time? What?
What? No, I
You
was
tell me.
just the way you said arm talent. My mind went to, you know, because never mind. Moving on. I was trying to be funny. I apologize.
It's a football term. Why in the world can't I say a football term without it being
I
like
didn't say you couldn't.
something sexual?
I didn't make anything sexual.
Yeah, you did.
Greg, you monster.
I refuse to accept responsibility for someone else's actions. Anyway,
Okay,
arm talent and running ability.
I forgot what I was even going to say.
Talking about Anthony Calandria, dual threat.
It's fine. I forget where I was.
I don't know how this keeps happening, honestly.
But to go further, Dana Holgerson talked about the tight ends. And, you know, we're pretty stacked in the tight end group as well. Luke Lindenmeyer, Eric Ingverson, and he has Wood back, you know. Bonner.
Oh,
Janaran.
He calls them a Swiss Army knife. But he said that the tight ends kind of let him down a little bit this summer for some reason. I don't know why. And he said, so he's kind of doing different personnel groups and that the tight ends aren't exactly happy about it.
Well,
he's doing it to make him compete. I think that's what I saw a side interview that he did with some dude, and he was just like, he goes, it's making him fight now. So good. You know, that's great.
That's what I'm talking about. That side interview with, I forget the guy's name, but he's really good.
And not to mention that they are still in play I mean, I know we're talking 2026, but when we're talking about tight end room, they are still in play for Ahmad Hudson, the 5-star LSU commit. So while he's committed, he's still entertaining. He's going to be on campus this fall.
Nice.
So
No, that'd be a good get. But I mean, I think what we have is serviceable, and
Sure.
they have different packages for him and whatnot. And Carter Nelson, it'd be great to see him really, kind of do something. It's been a minute, so he kind of needs to step up.
this has the potential for him to be a breakout year. Honestly, he's not. The reports were I could go so far as to say rumor, but he and Dylan did not mesh. So, with a new quarterback in there, yeah, the young man from Ainsworth may actually get an opportunity this year. So, be interesting to see how he is utilized in this offense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Daniel
I'm looking
Holgerson
forward to
mentioned
seeing
him.
that.
Daniel Holgerson mentioned him. He said, I know everyone's been really excited about what's going on with Carter Nelson. So hopefully we'll get him on the field a little bit too. So it was all exciting. I
Very much.
mean, I'm excited just to see a different personnel grouping. That would be awesome.
And
Wonder what that.
Go ahead, please.
Just wondering what that would look like. If we have all of these wide receivers that apparently we can utilize.
No, if they go too tight, so you could have. Bonner could also be a tight end type of a player as well.
Yeah.
So
That's
there's
what I'm
that, and,
saying. Not
yeah.
having two tight ends for a change.
I do feel like there's a fair amount of depth, and I don't know if you all caught, and Minnie, I'm sure this is in your notes, so shut me down if I'm jumping ahead. But Isaiah
she will.
Hunter's comments, what he had to say to the media, and I might have just been today. I feel like is when I first started getting reports of it. Do you see what he said?
No, go ahead and tell me.
Paraphrasing, so I apologize, but he wants to be the number one wide receiver taken in the draft. He wants to help Nebraska win the national championship. Lofty goals for the player who, admittedly, was Nebraska's go-to air target last year. So I love the confidence. I love the aspiration, and I love that he's ready to, he's talking the talk. Next thing he's got to do is, of course, walk the walk. So
Well, and you got him and you got Gilmer, so that's a good duo right there. And he outshone Dane Key last year, because I thought Dane Key was supposed to be the guy, and comes the other dude, and it's like, dang, there, So I feel, God, it's a broken record. I feel pretty good about the things that we have coming in, the players, and especially wide receiver. We had a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
And Gary Pierce says he feels like Isaiah has been underutilized.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was
Well, him
expecting
and
big
Gilmer
things.
both could open up for each other.
Yeah, I was expecting big things from him last season. And we didn't get to see it as much.
Let's see. He had 43 receptions, 617 yards, 5 touchdowns, averaged 14.3 yards per reception. But yeah, as far as his numbers, and they're in the greater than 150, that means there's more than 150 receivers who had better stats than him. Except for touchdowns, he was tied for 106. Just think about that. 5 touchdowns, but it's still tied for 106th in the nation. I think it's really tough to be a wide receiver in college.
It is.
In the Big Ten, we play a lot of tough defenses, and everybody's got great defensive backs. It's tough. It's tough to get open. Tough to do anything. Tough to do anything when the quarterback
couldn't
can't catch
do
you the ball.
anything because the only plays that we could basically have last year were running plays. So other defenses knew that we were going to be doing that, and so it was just really hard, really difficult. It was a difficult year.
And it was the high percentage, low yardage passes. You know, that
Yeah.
they were trying
A lot of check
pad the
downs.
stats.
Yep.
So,
But then also we'd ran plays that would take like 8 seconds to develop sometimes, and it was so incongruent.
8 seconds and a broken leg to develop.
Yeah.
So,
Crisco all over the field.
I can tell
Oh,
tonight is gonna be fun.
This is as good as
course.
it's gonna get. The echo's irritating me. I'm trying. What else we got? What's next? How many times did Krispy Kreme get sacked?
A lot.
Oh,
I mean,
this
there was
Nicholas
9 in the
guy, I
one
like
game
him.
against
I like the cut of
Minnesota.
his jib.
What?
I said I like the cut of Nicholas's jib.
Ugh.
Don't Greggle it right now.
We already have Greggled it.
It's fine. I know it. I already know what it means. You don't have to.
Yeah, he used it before. I had to Greggle it, and we've gone over it. Okay, so moving on. You know, Anthony, what?
He was sacked 27 times last year, 27 times in 2024. He's been sacked 54 times in 2 years. Dylan. So
I wonder if he fired his uncle.
you would think at
some
some
point
point Dad
he's
would have
gonna
stepped
be-
in and said, "You're making my draft pick look bad, boy."
Yeah, at
Yeah.
some point he's gonna run out of people to fire because he's not gonna have any kind of weight behind him. Well, other than the weight that he's got in his ass. So, yeah, it's
That's insane. Yeah, you're right. Didn't play the last 5 games.
the
It
play
was a
calling did
horrible.
not. The play calling did not help. I'm not burying Dana, but it was like it's just a scattershot version of an offense where there were some plays that took way too long to develop with the line that couldn't pass protect. Like, what do you think's going to happen? And the guy ain't mobile. He's going to get smoked. You know, he's going to get killed.
Well, I can tell you, Dana Holgerson in the past has looked really stressed out. Like he's almost like a deer in the headlights. Like, oh, dude. Like he's always taking his hat off and like rubbing his hair. Like, oh. You can tell just the stress of the job. And today he looked totally like relaxed and ready to go. Just like kind of really content with the way things are going.
I think he's happy that he's got a few more weapons at wide receiver, a couple more. He's got a better quarterback, and he's got a better offensive line in theory, and a line coach. I mean, he's got some new good friends now, whereas last year he was kind of flailing.
I was going to say a little bit new lease on life, for him. And, in the worst case scenario, he's got new toys in the toy box to play with and, see what they can do. And it buys him more time from a job security standpoint because now, all right, these are the guys that, you would think ostensibly they're bringing in to run his system. Like he had to say, he didn't get here before Dylan, so he had no say in Dylan, but you would think he had a say in the types of players, especially transfer portal men that they were bringing in. So hopefully the personnel is all right. That we can see. Maybe it's not the full, run and gun air raid that we saw from Dana Holgerson years back, but hopefully it's better than serviceable, which it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did what any coach does. He had to change his game plan to fit the players that he had. And that was kind of as good as it was going to get, hell or high water, and he was hoping it would work. And, it kind of didn't. So, yeah, I think he's got people that more fit what he wants to do. And new lease on life. Maybe hopefully Rule is a little more hands off with the offense. I don't know if he's hands on or not, or don't do this, don't do that. But it's just like, I hope he can just cut loose, do what he's got to do. If he goes air raid, I don't even care. Just fucking win. Figure it out.
Matt Rule did get asked in the side conference at Big Ten Media Days, where a bunch of reporters come up to you and it's all like out in the open. And he's like put up on a podium and he just sits down and you can ask a question just like one-on-one. And he was asked about how much control he has over the offense and defense. And basically he said, no, I don't have, like, Dana does his offense. And he goes, he did admit that it was a mistake having the defense be the way it was last season. But he has no plans on interfering with Rob Aurich and his defensive scheme. So,
Good.
yeah.
I mean,
But
especially
don't you think it's interesting that we're not hearing anything about special teams? Like, that's all we could talk about last season. I feel like that's it.
I mean,
We're
into August and I don't know our long snapper's name.
No,
So
I
I think
know.
that's a success.
It's
His
great.
knee circumference, nothing. Minnie hasn't done a deep dive on any of that. I'm a little bit concerned. Might issue a wellness check. Oh shit, we got the finger, Greg. Here it
Now
comes.
we do know that Kyle Cunanan is back, which is a success for us because his percentage was pretty great last season. I think he only missed 2. Was it 2?
And Tristan Alvano's gone. I think he ended up at South Dakota State or South Dakota, one of the two. So
South Dakota State. Yes, he went there. One of the
Yeah.
Dakotas, Greg.
That was a
Cadota?
shame. What happened
It's
with
a
him?
bummer but I think it was just he had such promise in that state championship game. I think he drained like multiple field goals of 40 plus yards, but maybe it just got to that thing where it's just sometimes, as they say, the lights are too bright, and I think maybe that got to him. And didn't he get injured a
He
little
got
bit too?
injured,
He did.
and he
That's hard
he
for a
had a
kicker if you
really
fucked up.
he had a really hard time coming back from that.
He had the yips, we'll say.
I think he was just injured.
Sure, but coming back, he had the yips.
I think people aren't talking about the special teams as much because it's just been the thing where Eckler's gone. People are letting it lie. Now, if special teams implodes, then we talk about who's coaching it. But I think there's a lot of other good distractions as far as Calandria, as far as the O-line, as far as Jeep, as far as Orich. So I think everybody's just kind of treating the special teams like a pitcher that's got a no-hitter going on. Just fucking leave it alone and just let it do its thing.
And as far as we know, Archie's back.
Yes.
Our Aussie. So
Oi.
hopefully
6
he's
times.
better this year. So
Yes, sir. Okay, well, let's move on to our quarterbacks. So Anthony Calandria talked about how he took the guys on a trip this summer down to Florida.
did they go gator hunting?
No, they did not. Well, maybe they did, and they just left that part out. But he took them to his stomping grounds down in just south of Tampa, and he took 8 guys. They went to go practice with his quarterback coach that he used down there, and he took them around all the places that he's from, and they just had a great old time.
I wonder. I mean, I understand that with Neil he can afford it, like it's not a big thing, but I wonder. And you said he took the linemen or the skill players or
Yeah,
who?
skill players.
Skill players. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I mean, first of all, some of them are from Florida, but that's okay. I wonder what a trip like that costs. I don't expect there to be a number given like or disclosed, but
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
for
trying to
airfare and Airbnb or
Well, no, his parents live there still. They have a huge house, like on the
okay.
water.
Oh, he comes for
Huge.
money.
I'm not so sure about that.
Oh,
I
just
wouldn't know.
everything's cheaper in Florida because of no state income tax.
That's true. Yeah. Plus, his mom's a real estate agent, so real estate agents always get the best deal on their houses.
Is that true, Manny?
Yes, it is. I bet he'll agree with me. Where was I? Damn it.
Took the team down to Florida.
Okay, so airfare is probably like, I don't know, $300 round trip for each player. So $2,400. That's not bad.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Realtor.
You got to figure Ubers, something like that, to get from the airport.
I don't know. I don't know if we need to do a deep dive on how much he spent to take his fucking
I just
friends to
get.
Florida.
I'm trying. You're trying to figure out if it's in my budget to take all my
Okay,
friends to Florida.
you do realize that they have to pay taxes on the money that they make. So this is all a write-off anyways.
It's true.
Yes.
Look at that. They've got their
There you go.
financial advisors. I'm
Yep.
proud of them.
Man, I should get one of those. My
All right.
financial advisor's lottery tickets. It's not fucking working.
So TJ Lateef also spoke, and he said, you know, I knew you guys would be really interested in this because Greg that's his like favorite quarterback. TJ Lateef is bigger, faster, and stronger.
I'm telling you, QB1. Nobody believes me.
And he's working on being less mechanical. And I do remember him saying that last year as well in the games that he played in. Just trying to be less mechanical.
Just think how many more wins we would have had over the last 2 years if we had stuck with Heinrich. Especially that first year, let Dylan.
Oh, that first year, we had a winning
learn.
season.
Yeah. So nobody wants to believe me or agree with me when I say, you know, let the guy who's been there, who's done a little bit, let him.
Actually, yeah. Well, Dylan's first season, yeah. If we'd have thrown in Heinrich, yeah, we would have snaked at least one more win or two. So that's another conversation for another off season.
I'm just saying.
Heinrich was not a good quarterback. He could run, certainly, but he just wasn't. I mean, he didn't get to play quarterback hardly ever.
That's because
The experience wasn't there, you guys. That's why they turned him into a tight end.
Ken, what's his name? Whoever the came from Pitt, I think, didn't see him at all as a quarterback and never gave him an opportunity.
Oh,
Mark Whipple. Mark Whipple, not Ken. Mark
the
Whipple.
toilet paper guy. Yeah.
Mr. Whipple? Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of his either. Okay, so moving on to TJ Lateef still.
Bigger, stronger, faster.
Yeah. And he's working on making plays off schedule. He has gained significant confidence and better understanding of the game because of him getting to play in all those games last season after the USC game. He and I think the experience is invaluable for him. Having the whole game put on his shoulders the way it was. I think that was really good. So I expect that we will see him this season.
I think so. And that was a tough draw for him to get, UCLA, which was, the layup game, but then back-to-back Penn State at night, and then Iowa. I mean, that's going to be tough for a veteran quarterback. So, yeah, he did as good as he could. Then he got hurt against Iowa anyway, and what are you going to do? And the line edge. Yeah, he had a tough row to hoe, that dude. Felt bad for him.
If I remember correctly, that wasn't just, a night game at Penn State, but that was their first game with their interim coach, right?
That was Rick Neuheisel was their offensive coordinator. But you know what? It was such a good game because I went to that game. It was such a good game for just the team as a whole. I feel like everybody just rallied around TJ Lateef being put in that position, even the fans. Jeez. And you know who the best player was on UCLA's team was
their quarterback?
Yeah. What was his name again?
Nico something?
Oh, I'm a Levy.
MLA, whatever. Yeah.
LMNOP.
And you know what's surprising is that he stayed. He stayed at UCLA instead of going somewhere else. I thought for sure he'd be out of there. But he stayed. He's the only true threat on their offense that I saw last season. Well, and Hardly Gilmore, or Quasi Gilmore, excuse me. Quasi Gilmore.
Hardly.
Well, we had Hardly Gilmore last season from Kentucky.
I think it's, and we could say this about Nebraska as well as UCLA. The 2025 team is in the past. Like maybe that's why half of the title of this episode is Hope Springs Eternal. This team is not last year's team. This team should not be judged. It's like the stocks. Future production or whatever is not based on, past history. That's not the exact step or the quote, but you know what
Performance.
I mean. Yes, thank you. Future performance not based on historical. So let's not judge 2026 by 2025, 24, 23, or any of the years prior. We have to judge this team, this roster, these coaches, and take that at face value. And so if TJ Lateef says he's bigger, stronger, faster, and if we see what certainly appears to be a tremendous upgrade at offensive line and more versatile weapons at wide receiver and sure as hell better offensive line coach and defensive schematic. Like, I think it's fair to be optimistic because we're not trotting out the same 55 guys or whatever roster limits were last year in 2026 that finished 7-6 last year.
Nope. New look offense and defense. Literally the scheme, 4-2-5, completely different. Different coach that attacks, well, I don't know if Minnie was going to say, but the Chambliss said that what we're fast and violent on defense.
Yep.
And then other players are calling Aurich a genius. So,
well, thank you for stealing that thunder. We haven't even
that's what I do.
there.
Well, I echo Minnie. I steal thunder. I make thunder. I am the danger.
You are. Bring it. It's a tornado here at
Oh,
Five
consider
Heart.
it broughton. Just to piss off Greg.
Well,
Thank you.
I do like that. Yeah, we did focus a lot. The players, the majority of them were defense players. And I love that because, if we had just a serviceable defense last year, we might have won a couple more games.
Serviceable defense, offensive line, quarterback. That's all it would have took.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive coordinator.
Offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Other than
And
that,
that was the main focus of off season for defense was getting stronger and faster. In fact, they didn't share. Matt Rule said that Kristen, the health and weight, whatever her title is, nutrition lady, she texted him.
Like lunchroom lady.
Yeah. Well, no, she puts a meal.
Orthopedic
Yeah,
shoes.
she literally does. She puts a meal plan together for every single player. How many grams of protein they need to hit per day and
Macros.
whatnot. And she said that she texted him how many pounds of fat we lost this off season and how many pounds of muscle we gained.
We lost about 230 pounds of fat when we lost Dylan. So.
Stop it.
I'm guessing I can't afford her to make a meal plan for me to help me drop fat and put on muscle.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do a raffle.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Raffle off her meal planning for some lucky Husker contestant.
Raffle off your fat.
$1 an ounce. Come get it.
No.
I'll make money and lose weight.
But okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll start with Cam Lenhart because he's my personal favorite defensive player.
I didn't know we were allowed to pick favorites.
Yes, you did. You already picked TJ Lateef.
I mean, on defense, I didn't know we were allowed to pick. And TJ's he's not my favorite. He's just QB1.
Okay.
The heir apparent.
Okay. Well, Cam Lenhart played the 4-down scheme in high school, so he is familiar with that.
Good.
Which makes
Most
sense
guys
because
did.
he came from Imagine
Imagine
they call it?
Dragons.
Preparatory school down in Florida. Imagine, yeah. So he said, quote unquote, this is the grittiest off season he's ever had at Nebraska.
Don't know if that's
Yeah, on the
good, bad, or
beach, he gets
somewhere in
sand in
between.
his bikini.
With Coach Campbell.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
All right. That was everyone's goal, is to get bigger and stronger and faster. He loves having Coach Manning on edge, and he loves Coach Aurich's ability to teach. He has all these.
Is it Aurich or Aurich?
I've seen it both ways pronounced. I don't know. I've heard Aurich is supposedly the way, but media around here is pronouncing it Aurich. So
Okay.
I haven't Googled it to see what the definitive pronunciation is, but
Somebody in chat will enlighten
Oh,
us, I'm sure.
last week I think somebody said it was all Rick is how it was in the chat, and that's probably it.
Aurich.
Local media is calling him Orich, though, at least in Omaha.
By the way, I didn't know what you were talking about with the school that Cam went to. It was IMG Academy, not Imagine.
IMG,
So-
of course.
Jesus.
I was so close.
Few extra letters in there.
Imagine.
But I was very confused. I said, Imagine Academy. I've never heard of that. Are they?
Why
are
should
they
I imagine a
accredited?
school if it's already there?
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you guys know what you knew what I was talking
I do know,
about.
yeah.
They're all
I
over
do
the
now.
place. Well, they're all over the place. You want
mean, there's
players
the
from
one.
there. They recruit
It's
players.
basically what Millard South is going to become.
Yeah, probably. They recruit players to come and play at their schools,
100%.
like
With their
from all over
imagination.
the country. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so where were we? Oh, I know. You stole the thunder about
Oh.
everyone calling Coach Aurich.
Did you see this one, Minnie, from Worship's
the-
See
Water?
that many? That's good. Worship's Water's crushing it tonight. Everybody's crushing
What
it,
does
by
he
the way.
say?
You guys are awesome.
Chat is the Aurich Springfield sound. Is that what you guys want to be called? I mean, Rick Springfield only had one good song.
I don't know if that's true.
Jesse's Girl. That's the only good song.
I don't.
There were a couple others, but Jesse's Girl is the only one that immediately pops to the septuagenarian mind of people like Minnie and I that were old now. So
But you know that here you go. Here's a fun one. If you're in Sandpoint, Idaho, you can see Rick Springfield this Saturday night at 6 at War Memorial Field. He'll be in Colorado Springs the following Saturday, the 13th, and in Gibson City, Illinois. Don't ask, it's not around here. Around
man,
me.
he's hitting all the big spots.
Where-
Is he
wait,
going to go to
where are they?
Poughkeepsie next? Maybe he'll go to
Where's-
Plattsmouth.
Where is he in Idaho?
Sandpoint, Idaho.
My next door neighbor just called me right before the show and asked me to go check on her dogs this weekend because she's flying to Idaho. I wonder if she's going to see him.
Maybe you should
Must be a
ask her.
big Rick Springfield fan.
Doing a couple of shots in Tennessee.
Oh,
Actually,
fun.
spending quite a bit of time before going back out to Idaho Falls. It's so weird.
Maybe he lives in Idaho.
Maybe.
Jimmy Hart
Anyway.
saying, "Eat your heart out, Rick Springfield." So there's that too. Mouth of the South. He's still alive, you know. He's like 80. Paints
Jimmy
his hair
Hart?
black.
That one's over. Minnie said we apologize, Minnie.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I just
Okay.
I had to get some wrestling in real quick, just because it's been a
I hate
hour.
to do this to you guys, but I'm going to have to just take a break. Just a potty break really quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
That's not great, Fred, because I don't know what we're talking about. Minnie's got the show in all of her notes.
We were just going through all the team and all the stuff. So we were to the defense.
But yeah, we were talking about like what they said. I didn't watch any of the pressers.
I didn't get to see any of it. I saw there were a lot of defensive players interviewed. I saw that Owen Chambliss said fast and violent defense. That's how they're going to play. I liked his tone and his temperament. He was calm and cool, and he was just talking about it like just super chill. And I like that. He wasn't not the people yell and scream. It's not WWF promo up there, but he was just like, we play fast, we play violent. He's just like super chill about it. I enjoy it. Yeah, so I'm good with that. I'm good with Aurich. We talked about it last week. Scheme, all that stuff. Am I echoing now that she's gone?
Nope.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
Oh,
I'll keep talking right now. I get on my lines in before I start echoing again.
that's right.
Oh shit! Now I'm gonna start echoing. There it is. It's back. The echo, not Minnie.
I mean, Minnie's back too, but the echo came back with Minnie.
Yeah, that's what we figured out. That it was a 3-person thing.
But it's odd that it just afflicted us in the last few weeks.
I think, okay, let's do this. I think that there must be some, what do they call drivers that are not updated on probably Fred's computer.
It's
Fred,
got to be mine.
your
'cause I'm a
microphone.
piece of shit.
No, your microphone. Your microphone's new. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Because
it could be.
I updated all of my drivers.
Yeah, I would have done that tonight if I didn't have to take the dog to the vet. But yeah,
look at
I'll
this,
work
though.
on it.
Matt R says other channels have had the same problems too.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
I just find it
Makes
odd
us
that
feel
it's hit
better.
us now because I was using this mic for more than the last 3 weeks and we didn't have it. So it's, I don't know. We'll figure it out, people. Sorry.
We will.
It's annoying to me too.
He
Hate
thinks
hearing
it's
myself once, let alone twice. Fuck.
he thinks it's the streaming service.
Well,
Okay.
like we discussed back on our test channel thing, when I worked at LinkedIn, I did some stuff with StreamYard, and there was a lot of complaints about echo and lag and all that. And I don't know about how to get it, fixed, but we'll sort it out.
We will.
Put our heads together.
Cheers to you, beautiful people.
I salute.
Salut. Okay. So moving on from
To the east side?
where was I? Cam Lenhart. Let's go to Riley Van Poppel. So go from a defensive end, which we know Cam Lenhart, they played him on the inside last season, right?
Yep.
A lot. And he's just too small. We knew that. We were actually
or Lenhart.
Lenhart.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just
definitely.
yeah. And
He's an end. Yeah.
yeah, he's an end. So that's where he shines best. So I'm glad that is cleared and we're going that direction. With Riley Van Poppel.
I didn't know what this is. It's an IPA.
With Riley
Anyway,
Van
sorry.
That's okay. With Riley Van Poppel, he said this summer, building muscle, getting faster, and addressed his technical difficulties. And that the 4-man front fits his strengths better.
Good.
It fits a lot of those guys' strength better because the D tackles in a 4-man line don't have to be massive. I mean, they got to be big, but they don't have to be like in that 3-man line. Fuck, forget about it. You put RVP in at the nose, and he's kind of a puffed up, almost 300, but it's not a legit heavy, big ass 300 that you need in there to cover the grenade. So he'll be a lot better. And you said he fixes technical difficulties. I figure that's more in the lines of hand placement, hand movement, and, things like that. Hand placement. Damn you, Double O Dana. You win this round, son of a gun.
Well,
Damn near made me spit out my beer.
He does talk about that, because his dad was a professional baseball player, and his dad always told him, like, the way you practice is going to be the way that you play. So you better, like, practice all of those technical things. So
that would be a concern if that was, I mean, yeah, dads, or let's say parents, parents are our first teachers. Parents oftentimes are our first coaches. Like my boy's one of my kindergartners are gonna play soccer this year for his kindergarten class, and I'll go out and kick the ball with him and try to give him some basic pointers about kicking. Not don't kick with the toe, but kick with the inside of your foot, things like that. So a lot of times parents are our first coaches. But if it took our VP's father to remind me, like, you play the way you practice, and not one of these 6 to 7 figure coaches saying, "Hey, remember the way you perform in the practice field is how you're going to perform on game day," then there's something that's a bit amiss. I know that a lot of these guys are paid darn near professional football players, but sometimes you just got to get back to basics. And sometimes it's like, if you don't put the effort in, Monday through Friday, what do you expect is going to happen on Saturday type of thing? So,
And I
but I like
think
that Dad's reinforcing that old knowledge. I guess I don't know.
I think honestly a lot of that got probably maybe more than we know right now, but maybe it got lost in the fact that the players lost faith in either, Butler and or the whole defensive staff. It's Ord's React Attack. Good to see you, my friend. So yeah, and I'm echoing. So and you're not high. Well, you probably are high actually, but that's okay. That's what you do. And I love you for it. But um yeah, they might have just lost faith in it. So it's like, why am I going to work hard? Or why am I, all the problems we found out late, they weren't lining up right in the last games of the season. They kind of gave up for lack of a better term. So it's, yes, the dad had to get in there and be like, hey, fucker, work hard. That's it. We need
That
that.
would, that would be the best if that's exactly how his approach was. Hey, fucker.
That's how I'd say it. Shit.
So
Need more Johnny Lawrence's coaches out there.
yes, yes. Cobra Kai.
Yes.
So, question: Are you going to be using that phrase for your son when he's
Not the
playing
fucker
soccer?
part.
Okay.
Not the fucker part. The rest of it possibly. There's wisdom in that.
When I'm working with my nephew and his wrestling, I, kind of go a little Johnny Lawrence every now and again. He didn't quite get it. Doesn't quite translate to his generation, but
Well, he's 16, right?
yeah, thereabouts. But he's getting really good. No thanks to me, but I'm kind of that grit that we talked about earlier, not the grit that's in somebody's bathing suit. I'm just like that tough grit.
Um, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but
Probably
kids
not.
don't generally listen to their parents and the way they want to coach them. My kids don't. Although I do take that back because my daughter was at a cheer camp recently, and she called me because she had 5 minutes of phone use that night, and they were trying to win like best room because they had to decorate the room and make it all cheery and stuff. And I said, well, if you really want to impress the coaches, just when they walk in, just do all your cheer jumps and make sure you're doing your rah-rahs. And so all the girls got together and they're doing their little cheer stuff. That was the only time she's ever taken advice from me about anything, I think.
Wow.
Did you could you put that on a T-shirt for her? Make sure you're doing your rah-rahs.
I said,
Do your
from,
rah-rahs.
from an old cheerleader to a new cheerleader, this is my advice.
Never would have guessed Vinny was a cheerleader. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
I
sure.
learn something new every day.
Right.
Okay.
So after after RVP, who do you got next?
Donovan Jones. He is now the nickel hybrid role, which he was playing kind of last year. And he said, Coach Aurich is a mad scientist. He's smart, and he puts him in a great position to make plays. He says the other corners are him, Andrew Marshall, and still up for grabs, the other guys. So they're still working at it, but they're all good, he said.
And I believe that Andrew Marshall played for Coach
Yes.
Aurich
Yeah.
at Idaho.
Yes, you are right. So there's a lot of, layering here to the experience level on defense in every area. It's really, really exciting. When you start kind of putting the puzzle pieces together, I mean, they were really methodical about how they went about getting guys from the transfer portal and coaches as well, where we needed coaches. So it's going to look like a different team than it did last season.
That's what I said. That's why we cannot compare the 2016 to the 2025 team.
You're right.
So,
And that's why also any new coaches, they have to be amazing teachers because these guys are learning a new system every year sometimes, new ways of doing things. They have to get shit ingrained quickly. So you need coaches that can really teach and get it through the point that the kids understand it. So hopefully Orich and his crew can do that. But I mean, he brings on his DN coach, brings on 2 players that played for him, and now we got Andrew Marshall as well. So it's like I didn't even know that. So
and I think it's also
yeah.
They got to be good teachers because development has been so poor in recent years. Not just on the defensive side, but on the offensive side. I love the fact that we can recruit big, big name, nationally sought after players. But they cannot plateau their sophomore year in Lincoln. They have to continue to progress, and so hopefully this group of teachers can help them do that.
I'm loving the way we're just dipping our toe into the Kool-Aid pond, so to speak.
That
It's still
sounds
early in the
dirty.
show, Minnie.
This
Everybody
is
dipping
really
their toe in
exciting.
a pond of Kool-Aid is kind of gross, sugary, but that's okay.
Don't knock it till you try it, Fred.
You guys are weird. I'm the only normal one
Next
here.
thing we know, he's going to be skinny
Doubt that.
dipping in the pond.
Who?
Fred doing
Yeah,
backflips.
Fred.
Fake news. I can't swim, so I ain't skinny dipping in shit.
Why is it?
You
I've
don't really
noticed
swim in shit. You just kind of lay
But
there.
there's a
our
lot of
Kool-Aid has
people.
been shit for the last 15 years, Greg. So riddle me that, Batman. Smart ass.
Don't get sassy.
I've noticed there's a lot of
I'm not sassy,
Midwesterners.
but I was passy.
Oh, jeez.
Full circle, Greg. Not a circle
call it
jerk like
callback.
Greg or John likes to talk about, but full circle.
Oh my gosh.
John has to talk about circle jerks. He's not here, so I have to do that for John. You're welcome, John. I love you. Come back soon.
Minnie, please change the subject. Anything.
Are you guys through?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Because I was interrupted about 10 times.
Now
What
we
I-
keep track of it.
Yes, you do,
11.
you motherfucker.
It's 11.
You are in some mood. Okay, so next we have Jameer Khan, safety.
God.
Yeah, one of the leaders on defense, and you remember he started at Southern Illinois. Greg, you should know this guy.
Saluki?
Nobody around here follows the Saluki football team.
You do. You clean it up.
And last season, remember he moved from nickel to safety.
Yes.
Yeah, and Coach Yalk is now the safeties coach, and he said that he brought in a lot of detail. Detail. Yes. And then my personal favorite, besides Cam Lenhart, yeah, we'll talk about him.
Vincent Shavers Jr.
No, keep guessing. Wait, I didn't talk about this guy in offense. Sorry.
Son
Oh,
of
it's
a
on
bitch. You're
offense?
going to be
It's
till
on the
midnight.
offense side of the ball?
Who on offense?
It's the offense. It's not the defense. Sorry. I missed him on offense.
Justin Evans.
No, but close. Justin Evans was at Big Ten Media Days. Very
Elijah
close.
Pritchett.
Brendan Black.
Getting warmer. Warmer.
Not Brendan Black.
Trey Bombalade.
The last guy that you haven't mentioned on our offensive line,
I can't remember his name. It's a new guy. I haven't figured his name yet.
Paul Mbenga
Paul
Mabenga. Yeah.
Mbenga.
from LSU.
Mabenga like Beckham.
You know what he said?
I'm
know what he
trying,
said?
Greg.
He said that he's focusing on going from A to A plus this season.
I'd be really
Woo!
happy if he just lifted our offensive line from a C minus to a B plus.
He loves playing with Pritchett because, of course, they both played in the SEC, and he knows him from the time that he played at Alabama. So,
Alabama.
yeah, this guy brings tons of experience, and it's just going to be. I don't even know what to say, you guys. Our offensive line is the most exciting thing that we've had to look forward to in years. So I can't wait. I'm thrilled about this. And do you know it's only 30 days before our first game?
Time flies.
That's true.
That's damn true.
Yeah.
I think Robert has a soccer game that morning.
You'll have to miss it.
Well, the first game's a day game, and the next two are night games, right? Or 6 p.m.s. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to, I love the Huskers, but I'm going to go to my boys.
Yeah,
Soccer
you're not
game.
missing anything.
Yeah, no.
It's Ohio. I can
But you know
DVR
what?
it.
Here's what I used to do. I used to put it on my phone and put one earbud in. Because
I can't be doing that because I'll be yelling at the kindergartners. Not yelling, not like yelling at them, but like encouraging, like, yeah, come on, yeah, there's the goal,
No,
go,
Greg's
go.
screaming at those poor kids.
I mean,
The wine is it's kind of like a blush, Husker Chuck. It's really good. Nice, chilled.
a blush. See, I don't know anything about wine.
Yeah.
We'll educate you, Greg. I'll
That's
teach you.
okay.
I
Real
used to
wine,
drink.
not the Walgreens stuff.
I used to drink wine, but it is way too strong for me. I cannot handle drinking wine. It is
See,
strong.
You got to be fat like me and Greg, then you can handle it.
I think you guys like in
me,
the
man.
Midwest train for the Olympics and drinking.
That's
As
right.
I open a white claw, you're rubbing off on me.
I don't train so much as just a way of life. So.
We do it because what the hell else is there to do?
I know. Root for the Huskers. They led you to drinking.
That's more truth to that than I'll let on. We mentioned the offensive line, and I mentioned the name Justin Evans, who is on the Remington Award watch list.
Fucking finally. Nice.
The Remington Award is the highest, the best center in the country, named after Nebraska's very own Dave Remington. So very excited for him. He has done nothing but improve since he's been under center. Not under center, since he's been the center. Here's hoping for a capital year for him to put that exclamation point on his career and jettison him to success at the next level.
Double O Dana with a great question. Yeah,
Cam
can't
Jurgens
remember.
was on the watch list.
Who was?
Too, back in the day, Cam Jurgens.
Oh, okay.
But the problem is that they put half of the country on these lists because it generates conversation, for people.
Well,
like
to
us.
be fair, Justin Evans is rated the top center in the country.
Oh, I didn't think I knew that.
Good.
We're saving all
Tater
these
saying
questions.
hi really
Don't worry,
quick.
everybody.
Who dat?
This is Tater.
Tater, how you
baby.
feeling, bud?
He's loose as a goose right now, hopefully. So yeah, I think he's better. He had a little bit of an impact problem earlier, but yeah, he's fine now. Set him down.
Minnie, Gary wants to know why you didn't mention Dylan Berryman on the defensive line.
I don't know who that is.
I'll look it up. It's fine.
I mean, educate me, Gary. I have no idea.
Broad trunked, powerfully assembled interior defensive lineman.
I'll be honest, I don't recall that name.
Where's
So
he
he's
from?
going to be starting, or not, sorry, he's going to be coming to Nebraska. He
Oh.
committed he's a class of 2026, so he's a freshman.
Okay.
From
Where's he
Monroe,
from?
Louisiana.
Ooh.
6'2", 350.
Holy cow.
Nice. That's what we need. Big
Do
fat
you have a
dude in there.
picture of him?
No.
No, Greg doesn't keep him on his screensaver.
Darn.
Here's what Gabe Brooks, the 247 sports scouting analyst, said. Broad trunked, powerfully assembled interior defensive lineman with corresponding punch and strength, wears 300 plus pounds well considering relatively limited frame and height length dimensions. Powerful point of attack assailant, quick off the ball relative to mass, knows how to put strength and power to use. Scheme versatile defender who can two gap with size and strength, but a penetrator by nature who disrupts, who disrupts timing in the run game. Pass rushing upside may be limited because of physical dimensions and sheer mass. Will need to keep conditioning in check. Enhances athletic profile with respectable shot put reps. Bonafide SEC style interior D-line body who flashes impressive athleticism and speed to power abilities. Fits a coveted position archetype. Should develop into a quality high major starter who could become a pro prospect.
The only thing I got from that is that he has some sort of trunk. I have no idea. What kind of trunk does he have?
Broad trunked.
A broad trunk.
Low
I don't wanna
center
know
of
about
gravity.
what trunk that is. Is that the badonk or is that another trunk?
It's the badonk, yeah. So yeah, there we go. I'll tell you this, he's a big boy.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I'm gonna get this picture for y'all because I care so much.
With a broad
Y'all-
trunk.
Y'all do you, and I'm gonna do this.
Well, let's see here.
I'm not gonna do me.
Please
Not
don't do
online.
you. Do not do you, because
Not
that
for
would
free.
be scary.
Not for free. What is going on over there?
Saturday's fan day, where the fans get to come and watch practice. Maybe get some autographs.
Do you think, Fred? Do you think fan day is what it used to be?
I don't know. I never ever got to go to it.
Okay.
Now it's such a curated event. It used to be just really organic. You go down on the field, get autographs, see people. Now they make it more into an event.
Jerks.
I don't know.
With their coordination.
Yeah, coordination would be better to answer that. I've never got to
Not
go to it.
coordination, coordination.
Oh,
By them coordinating the event more.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I'm sure it's super corporate and super slick and sponsored by Runza and all the good stuff. But yeah,
Dylan Berryman.
Those are some thick trunks.
Look at the knee circumference, Minnie. The knee
Man.
circumference.
sheer salivation off that. I mean, I'm just
Well, here's the
thinking,
deal. We got to keep him, make sure he hits the weight room, stays away from the training table. Not as much at the training table as he'd probably like.
still kind of looks a little more svelte than Dylan. Raiola.
More spelled. He does look stocky, doesn't he? His thighs look kind of shorter. So how tall is he? I forget.
6'3",
6'2".
6'2".
Oh, well, he shouldn't be that stocky.
No, that's a Charlie McBride rolling bowling ball of butcher knives type of guy, like he would talk about. I mean, 6'2" is not short, but
No.
6'2",
No.
330, 350. Yeah, that's
I'm a
good.
skosh more than 6'2". So
And a skosh more than 330.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
wow.
Even if he's like a Bear Cody guy, that giant fat fuck that played for Bama back when they started winning, just a guy you could throw out there a handful of series every game just to blow things up. I mean, that's huge. No pun intended. It's huge.
Fred, did you hear what Minnie said?
No.
She fat shamed me.
Ah,
I said I'm a skosh more than 6'2", and she said and a skosh more than 330 or 350, whatever it was.
jeez.
It's a
Get
hard knock life.
get
bro.
a White Claw purple and a half, and Minnie, and she turns into a goddamn monster.
I'd say half of a White Claw, honestly, where she's at.
White wine spritzer, like on Simpsons.
Speaking of the echo, this is a fun one from earlier in the show. Haas said Fred sounds like a Big 12 ref in 2003. Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
Yep.
I
Our
love
friends-
that Haas typed all of that out. That is so freaking
No,
killer.
that's great. Haas is meticulous. That
I
man
love
is
it.
awesome. Wish he was still in the chat. Yeah. No, I sound like, probably sound like Steve Juszczyk against Nebraska. Guy was a dick.
Tell us how you really feel, Fred. Sure.
He literally looked like Porky Pig, and he's one of the guys that fucked us in the last handful of games in our last Big 12 season. Just a piece of trash. So fuck that guy. Anyways, moving on.
Ooh, have we heard from all the players yet, Minnie? Who are we missing?
Hopefully.
Already closed all that. up.
Okay, good.
Thank
What do we got
God.
next?
I mean, good.
Whatever you want to do. It's fine
I
with
don't
me.
remember what we're talking about.
Well, we might as
We're
well
gonna talk
bring
about
up the
Dylan's
elephant
comments?
in the room.
Tom Osborne's in the Nebraska Hall of Fame.
That's not the elephant in the room, but we can talk about that.
What's the elephant in the room? Oh, us. Thank you. Good seeing you.
Dylan and his comments. I knew it was going to piss some people off.
What comments? What are these
You want to
comments?
go
This is the
first, Greg, or should I? Or
I am just hearing this for the first time
No,
now.
you're
Please,
not.
someone enlighten me.
bullshit? Yeah, Minnie, tell us.
Well, I mean, I would rather the people who are pissed off about it talk about it because I
Are you not
mean,
pissed off by it?
I'm not pissed off by it. In fact, I kind of think that he spoke the truth. I know.
Whoa.
I'm not exactly a Dylan Raiola apologist, but I don't disagree with what he said. Okay?
That might be the first lie I've ever heard you tell on this show.
What?
Not a Dylan Ryle apologist.
Okay. Well. Here's his comment. Okay? Nobody's going to like it. I don't know if anyone in the chat has heard it.
They've
If-
heard it, Minnie.
They have?
They have to have. They're like me and Greg and you. They're all over it.
No.
Even more so.
Here's the deal. I don't have, remember, I took myself off of social media, so I don't have access to this stuff anymore. I don't see what comes across on X or Instagram or like TikTok or Snapchat or anything. I have
Yeah.
nothing. And
Do
I'm
my
the
network.
better for it. I have to tell you, because things like this, they just they roll off the back, you know? Okay, here's what Dylan said. When asked some questions about Nebraska and Oregon to make the comparison, he said, well, there's not cornfields here, which there aren't. There's mountains and trees, and I love the nature. As far as football, it's different, you know? With coaches and players, we have a lot more talent than we did at Nebraska. I don't say that to knock them, but I think everybody will know that. Yeah. It's
You wanna go
Oregon.
first,
They
Greg?
did have more talent and better coaches than us. Duh. That's why they have a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator, because they were stolen. They get talent because of Nike money. We know this. They can afford a roster that's double ours. Maybe triple even.
That doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter. I'll just go, Greg, because I'm already just angry.
Please,
Then you
please,
can
because
follow up. I
I'm
would probably be more fun than you, but I'm just going to get it out of the way, and then you
mine's
won't have
coming
to say shit.
to the surface. So please, mine's bubbling underneath.
Yeah, I just get mine out of the way because I'm actually, this is like my last beer that I have in the room. I might go get another one just because I'm so fucking mad. But it's like, I've heard the discussion. Well, he was asked the question. He didn't just come out and say, you know what, there's no cornfields here. He was asked a question. So, okay, that's fine. But what he can control is how he answers the question. All he has to say is, it was an honor or privilege to play for the University of Nebraska. Coach Matt Rule, the staff,
Yeah.
my dudes in the locker room. It was a great group.
Nope.
I enjoyed being part of one of the most historic programs in the
Oh
history of
my
college football.
gosh.
And I am excited about this new chapter at Oregon to see what we can do. That's all he had to fucking say. That's it. But he has to say that, the little dig, that's like, we were chatting the other day, and when somebody says, well, no disrespect, but then they proceed to disrespect.
Yeah.
He put that little shot in because he's what we call a douchebag. He is he is the type where he got butthurt because people, and rightfully so, I mean, we over index on everything at Nebraska. All the fans were all nuts. I get that. Every interception, every incompletion, talking about his weight. It's got to get old. And I know he probably got dragged after he left here and, all that. But you know what? That's the price you pay for being in the spotlight. That's how it works. You put yourself out there. My dad always used to say, you play, you pay, and he wants to be the man, you know, and Rocky, it's like, you want to dance, you got to pay the band. What does he think it's going to be like if he accidentally finds his way into the fucking NFL and plays for the Giants or the Jets or the Eagles or any other crazy fan base?
Cowboys.
Nobody's going to kiss his ass.
Right.
That is over. And he's the backup, and he's going to redshirt, and he has to say some dumb shit. And it's like I told you guys in our text, he's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon where there's the big tough dog and there's that little yip dog that bounces back and forth, and he's like, hey Spike, let's beat up a
Butch and
cat. Hey,
Spike.
yeah, well, let's get beat up a cat. Spike, let's do this. And then finally Spike says, shut up, and he smacks him. That's what his team needs to do to him, like, to shut the fuck up, take your backup redshirt role, and just don't say things. You sound like a moron. But he's going to keep stepping on it, and he'll never make the league. He won't make it with better talent at another school. He's not going to start at Oregon unless somebody gets hurt. He'll go somewhere else. He'll fuck around. He'll never make the NFL. He'll play in the UFL. Eventually, this gravy train of people kissing his ass is going to run out. I'm tired of the guy, but I hope, and I told you guys on the site, I hope to fucking anything that's holy, that somehow Dante Moore can't play against us, and they have to play him. He's not redshirting. I hope to God that happens. I really do, because if nothing else, we'll have an amazing show the Thursday before that game.
And after, probably.
And that's all I got to say about that. Greg, take it away. Greg has to stretch out for this one.
It was such a bitch move. He has nothing to gain from saying any of that. He has everything to lose because now, I mean, I guess notoriety is what he had to gain, or clicks. Maybe that's what he's after. No, Haas said a moment ago he's nothing but a shameless self promoter. Maybe that's all he's like. First of all, he is the backup quarterback. Who the hell gives a shit what the backup quarterback has to say? From their media vantage point, like, why is he even talking? He's the backup. Secondly, you're right. When we talked about, like, I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm gonna say something disrespectful. No offense, but I'm gonna say something that is such a cop out. If you wanna come out and talk smack, then own it. Own it. Don't be like, no offense, but yeah, we're better. We're better there. You could have said, yeah, it ended up not being a great fit. Wish him well. Any high road response would have been better than what Leadfoot Dylan, what word vomit spewed out of his mouth. He showed his true colors. I'm glad he's gone. Honestly, I'm so fucking glad he's gone. I'm glad we're done with the whole damn family.
Albatross.
Because we talked about this for quite a bit of the offseason is, you know, was the offense held hostage based on the Raiola family, you know? And it's all speculation. Like, we'll never know. We weren't, to quote Hamilton, which I can't believe I'm doing, we weren't in the room when it happened, but let's move on. I'm actually going to scroll up to this comment from Haas. He said a moment ago, he is in the chat. He says, bold prediction, our offense will average 33 points per game, and Anthony Calandria will make everyone forget about Dylan. No scraps in my scrapbook when it comes to quarterbacks who go rogue on play calls from the offensive coordinator. So I hope that's the case. I hope that, if he's saddled up, and we play in Oregon, I believe, this fall, right? And it's in Lincoln next year,
Yeah.
or is it
Yes.
vice versa?
We play in Oregon this year.
All right, let's go home and stomp their dick in the dirt, or go home. Let's go to their home and stomp their dick in the dirt. Let's have the kind of season that makes him wish that he still had the opportunity to play for the
Here's the
Scarlet Cream.
difference, okay? Which I love your guys' like
Passion.
loyalty to Nebraska. I love that. I think that is what makes me love this fan base so much and want to be a part of it.
Greg, this is the no disrespect, but it's
all
coming.
right, fuck you.
It's coming.
All right, listen. The thing is you guys are loyal to a fault, okay? For you to actually sit here and just be like, okay, there's some truth to what he said, and not even be like, okay, yeah, we kind of haven't had the talent. We haven't had the right coaches. We've talked about this on this show.
Did Dylan
But
need
we're
7 other
allowed to.
Raiolas to coach all the other positions? I mean,
Well, no,
what did he
obviously
need?
not. I mean, yes, part of the problem could have been him. It could have been, definitely was his uncle. But the thing is that what he said, there's some truth to it. And it's not like he was trying to slam Nebraska like it's the worst place in the world. They're playing us this season, like you guys just said. Of course he's going to be competitive with the way that he talks about Nebraska. Of course.
Yeah, he's going to be competitive because he's going to be holding the clipboard, and he knows he's not going to get fucking smacked by Van Poppel or Lenhart or Chambliss or anything. So he's hiding back behind him, like, sorry for the words, but he's hiding like a bitch, going to talk about things, and then he's just going to just like nothing. So it was unnecessary. Yeah, it's true. They have more talent. Good deal, but don't. He's bashing the guys that were protecting him last year.
I would too.
That's atrocious. Well,
For that kind of protection, I would too.
well, then he should have also said, you know what? Yeah, better coaches. Yeah, we have a better offensive line coach here than we did last year.
I'm sure he
Why
would.
didn't you say that?
Yeah, he probably should have.
Yeah,
But
pussy.
also,
He's a coward.
there's no personal accountability from him. There's not saying, oh,
He's never been.
Well, no, he never said I slid 2 yards short of the marker too many times. I held onto the ball too long. I was a lead ass. And also, we are in a different position than Dylan Raiola. We're allowed to say, you know what, that coach had to go, or but you expect there's a certain expectation of decorum at the podium where you're like, you know what, wish him well. Ended up not being the best fit, but and you don't have to go like, again, what good does it do? We get away with certain things, especially like Iowa hate week, right? Because like, fuck Iowa always. But what good is it to say this team is super shitty ahead of the game? Because if you beat them, congratulations, you beat a super shitty team. And if you lost to them, oh no, you lost to a super shitty team. Like, you have to keep it somewhat balanced in the media. And he showed no professionalism, no decorum. So,
Well, and that's what's surprising, because when he was here, he was usually, we lauded him on the fact that he was even keeled no matter what happened. He took responsibility somewhat. He didn't say the line hung him out to dry, none of it. So it's like now he's over here and he has to say a little pop shot. It's like the, was that Williams kid that went to Florida State, D lineman, D end. He said somewhat similar things. Oh, there's much more talent here on the defense. You don't need to do that. Just
Here's
it's
how you
bagging on the
get
guys you played with.
here's how you get back at this kind of comment. You just be better. And that's exactly what I want from our team. Like, just fucking be better than that. Okay? Talk is just talk. Yes, it's been true. Oregon has been a lot better than us. So what? That doesn't mean we're not good this season. And that's what I want from our team.
Well, we all do. We all do. And then it's just like we're just irritated at the fact that this guy, that the program, the coaches, the staff, everybody bent over backwards to give him everything he needed. Paid him a lot of money too.
This is just football.
Fondled
how-
him, Greg. We fondled him.
We tickled his taint.
But
Not
you
me
guys,
and you,
metaphorically.
you guys have to understand this is how football is played now.
It's
This
not.
is it.
With
It's
candy
not-
asses that
The
bitch
loyalty
about
that
their old
you
team that suck.
hell yeah. The loyalty that you have to Nebraska does not exist in players. It doesn't
That's
exist.
true.
But
No,
what?
that's true.
eh,
It doesn't.
Riddle me this, Minnie, and I'm trying to debate but not be argumentative, so I apologize. What good does it do him to, if he's right and Oregon's way up here and Nebraska's way down here? What good does it do him to punch down? Like what? Take whatever truth is in his words out. What is it? What is it serving? Why make the comment? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Because have you ever played a competition and smack talked the opponent in any game? I don't care if it's freaking Scrabble. That's what you do when you play a game, Greg.
but we
Don't
are
get
how many
all
months away
butt-
from the game?
Don't get all butthurt over a comment. Jeez, prove them wrong.
Surprising as this may be, is I'm kind of a noted prick. In all my competitive years and everything, I never ever talked smack. The only time I ever did was at a street football game where I caught a football and the guy knocked it out of my hands and he called me stone hands. And then 2 plays later, he was running across the middle and I blocked him and I knocked him out. And then I said, I am God, Pitt. I am your God.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not. I'm a false God. But I knocked the guy out. And then as I was picking him up off the ground, I said, yeah, and I hit like a stone too, you stupid fuck. And that's the only time in all my athletic history I ever talked smack to anybody.
Fred, I have to be honest. I would be scared to go against you in any
should
kind
be.
of competition.
Yeah.
Your
I'm a
look
mean
just scares
motherfucker.
me.
Yeah, I'm mild mannered here. It's like the Dick Butkus thing, but I'm not nearly as skilled. But when I do anything like physical competitive, I will physically try and just crush you. So that's that with a smile on my face and no trash talk. And I won't blame my old team or my old coaches like a douchebag. Anywho,
I like that about you, actually.
I hijacked everything. I don't know where we're at with this, but yeah.
Judge, jury, and synthesizer says there's evil behind them. Their glasses.
A lot of evil. And they're readers. I don't wear them in the real world unless I'm on the computer. So yeah.
So are we done with Dylan for the night?
I doubt it. I'm sure he's gonna pop up somewhere. Somebody's gonna bring him up.
Yeah. Krispy Kreme, when the hot now sign goes on, that's where Dylan pops up. He's got it on the app.
He's like a hit man.
Are you like the Iceman in Boondock
The
Saints?
documentary about the Iceman.
No, there was an assassin, a hitman, a mob hitman in Boondock Saints.
Oh, well, maybe.
All right. He
Or
wore
like
glasses
Mr.
to the-
Shush in
Jeez.
Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. That is a great movie. Watch it, people.
Okay.
All right.
John would like it if he's watching. Watch it, John. All-star cast, amazing.
Couple unrelated comments here. I figure might be a nice one to,
Unrelated? How's that possible?
because we're moving on.
Okay,
Nebraska
start.
Strong Go Big Red said a little while ago, raise a glass to Husker great Roger Craig, 2026 NFL Hall of Fame inductee. Number 21 forever. Go Big Beer.
Thank God he finally made it. That's one that's made me mad for a long time. He should have been in so long ago. So many running backs went before him. He was the first thousand back in the NFL.
It was.
He was the prototype for everything that came after, and I don't know what held him up, but so many Niners went in, and he sat forever. So I'm glad he finally got it. Good
Yeah,
job.
from that era, so many, multiple Super Bowl champion winning 49ers. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then a couple of back-to-back comments here that are related. Worships Water says, is Minnie going to any games this season? Followed by Husker Chuck's comment of, what's the over-under on games attended by Minnie this season?
Oh,
I'm going to
that's
put
not
the
nice.
over-under based on last year's in-person results.
Remember,
I'm-
you're the one who said this is not the same team as last year.
Right, but I
This
know
is
that
not
you
the
were
same
superstitious.
mini as last year.
Right,
Oh.
you're not superstitious, but you are a little stitious. I'm going to put the over-under at 2.5 games.
How many? Two?
2.5.
2.5?
Well, so far, I'm only planning on going to 2 games. So,
All right, so
I'll take the over in case we start out hot, and Minnie will, creep on in.
but I think you are going to try to go to the Halloween blackout game, right?
no.
Is that the one? Was that one of the ones you're going to try to go?
No, that's Washington.
Oh,
No, because I've missed Halloween with my kids the last 2 years. I'm going to Indiana and I'm trying to go to Michigan State. I was invited to go to Oregon. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Oregon. That doesn't sound like a fun game to go to me because it's
what we just talked about.
yeah.
Because they're so much better than we are, apparently.
Well, no,
Yeah,
not that.
yeah,
not
Their
that.
backup quarterback said so, so it has to be true. I mean, come on.
My experience, if the fans are crazy, like if they're a really good fan base, it's not fun. So, like Ohio State, they were fun to go to because they're like, "Oh, aren't you cute, you little Husker, you? You,
That was
you
fun
came
to be
all this way."
to be talked down to.
That's depressing, yeah, because
And then we started killing them, and they're like, "What is going on?" They only beat us by 3 points. Remember?
It's true. The year you went, I remember it was a very close game.
It was. It was awesome.
I don't know if you saw this one by Pitt. Says if we keep winning, Minnie will not be allowed to attend any games.
yeah,
Nice.
put that in place right now.
Haas says Minnie never go full East Lansing ever. I don't know what going full East Lansing is. I feel like that's
Haas told me about that when we had the meetup in Lincoln before the Colorado game. He talked about the Michigan State game, I believe, and he said it was like Cold War Russia, just a shitty, terrible place, if I recall.
I remember when the Berlin Wall came down. Everybody was running into East Germany. That's great times. Pitt says if Minnie moves to Cambodia, we stand half a chance.
That is so
Minnie,
not nice, you guys.
Do you have your passport ready?
That is so not nice.
We kid, of course, right?
It'll
Like,
be
you don't have to
fine.
you don't have to go all the way to Cambodia.
Just halfway.
Let's see here. Gary Pierce said earlier in the show, I've been dreaming about Antonio, I'm thinking he means Calandria, Anthony Calandria, running left, then throwing a pass to a tight end who laterals to an Isaiah Hunter. I think we might be calling hook and ladders this year.
I was going to say
I think we should
that
spell ladders
play
correctly if we're going to call the play.
later.
Maybe it's Hook and Latter-day Saints, Greg.
That's worse.
That's just BYU. Oh
Um,
my God. I can't believe I just hit that after all these years. Son of a bitch.
what'd you hit?
Never mind. It's okay.
All right.
Fred lives in his own mind.
Better in the
Dondre
real
says
world.
Ohio State loves us like a little brother. We need to get good enough to make them our little brother.
Yes,
So
that's gonna happen.
we see them this year. Anything is possible.
They come to us.
That's uncomfortable.
That's very creepy, Minnie, but whatever.
B Dog says Minnie is great. She has her moments, but she's ours.
Thanks.
I don't know,
B-Dog.
B Dog. I don't know if you were here a few weeks ago when she said we should secede to the SEC. So
Secede.
well,
Well,
I think
most Husker fans would agree. I still think that.
I mean, based on
I'm not going to get
sample
into it
size
again
here,
with you because you called me crazy, and I'll never forgive you for that.
I didn't call you crazy. I said the idea was crazy.
You said I was crazy.
I probably said it was crazy. I don't know.
You probably did too.
That was a rough night. That was rough.
We mentioned a little bit ago about Coach Osborne going into the Nebraska Hall of Fame. Nebraska, I don't know if it's a sports hall of fame, but anyway, he's the first living person to go into the Hall of Fame, which I thought was kind of crazy. I also thought that he probably should have been in there 20 years ago. But Nebraska Strong GBR did remind us earlier that Coach Osborne fell and got hurt really bad. So hopefully he's on the road to recovery, whatever that looks like at 89 years old. So I
Yeah.
think he's 89,
Fall
isn't that right?
in the 80s is rough. I thought it was 87, but I can't recall. But yeah, anytime you fall in the 80s or even the 70s, it not a great outcome.
89.
Hopefully he's all
He'll
right.
be a hundo. He has the same birthday as my twins, February
Oh.
23rd. Of course, his is a few years before.
Just a few.
But he's 89. He'll be 100 in February. I'm sorry, he'll be
Man.
90 in February. I know how numbers work, Fred. Don't look
What
at me
year
like
was
that.
he born?
1937.
No, 3 years before my dad. Yeah. Okay.
So
Same year as my friend Ray Rossi passed away. Nice. Man, he's doing good for all the stress
Yeah.
of that job. I mean, just to think about it, that's a
That's
long life.
job. Yes.
I mean, realistically, to be the perpetual ambassador for the University of Nebraska.
And then he went into politics after that. What the
Well,
hell?
then to get pulled back to have to come back and fix messes a couple of times
Yeah.
and and battle administration, it's like that was at some point he had to be like, okay, I can't, it's enough, I'm done. God.
He's a great
So
guy.
I came across a fun thing. I don't know if a lot of our viewers and listeners are aware of this. Do you remember last year? I think it was week 2. We played a little team from Ohio called Akron.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Do
I'm
you remember
sorry.
the score of the Akron game?
I am going to
68-0?
have to use the restroom again. Excuse me.
68-0.
And she's gone.
That White
That's all right.
Claw's going right through her.
Man.
So Akron, the Zips, are now doing a raffle, Fred. Are you aware of this?
After you told me, yeah.
Okay, so let's play dumb and say no.
No. Tell me more, Greg. Tell me more.
So the Akron Zips are doing a raffle where they are raffling off the opportunity to help script the first offensive series of the home opener. This is straight from Akron's social media. You can be the offensive coordinator of the game. One lucky fan will be able to script the opening drive for their home opener. Extra chance to win with every new season ticket holder you refer. A random drawing among season ticket holders, and the drawing will be held on August 19th. So, and you can't read the fine print, but I'll read it for you. Fine print does say that this is the first time it's ever been done, so the head coach will help. Obviously, this says something like they're not crazy, which I think if you have to tell somebody you're not crazy, you're probably crazy. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty wild, and I couldn't help but think. First of all, no team that ever has any hope of being anything would ever do this, right? um,
It's
but
banana ball stuff.
right, but then the other part of that is if you had the ability to say script the first 5 plays for Nebraska, Fred, what would you do?
So we talking current team or
Yeah, I mean,
just
yeah, it's got to be this, this roster, this personnel.
current team? Really, I would just be basic. It would be, I'd say, shotgun or pistol, zone read. Then something up into the line, kind of a buck play into the line. The next play, a stretch play, then a waggle pattern off of that. Throw to the tight end, then some play action. It would be something like that. It would be, I'd say, basic, but just kind of what. And it would depend on who we're playing as well. But
Sure.
I always called it the tree with Nebraska when we were good. We'd run inside, then we'd run the fullback, then we run a stretch play, then we do like a triple option, and then we do the fullback the other way, stretch the other way, something like that, quarterback keeper, then play action. Like it was the tree. It worked outward and up. So
Mm-hmm.
I would kind of, from an outward in perspective, that's how I would do it. Haas probably thinks I'm mentally challenged for saying that because he's like actually football smart, but that's what
You
I
say
would do.
outward in. I thought your game plan was working inward out.
Inward out. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Inward out. Yeah. You got it though. Basically, that's what I would do.
Minnie, welcome back.
Hi.
A lot of
Thank you.
concern for you in the chat. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just drank a lot today. It's a very hydrating day.
Glug, 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 glug.
I've been hydrating too in the last 2 hours.
Uh,
Did you wash your hands?
of course.
Come on, Husker Chuck.
What is
Jeez.
wrong with you people? You guys are
Jeez.
so demented, I swear.
Ain't my
Minnie,
fault.
if you could be offensive coordinator for a drive for Nebraska football,
hmm
what would you do?
I would call up my buddy Dana Holgerson and ask him what he thinks we should run. Because guess what? He gets paid for this.
But you paid
And-
for the opportunity to do this.
And just
Uh-uh.
real quick, hold on. Let me show you. This is my knowledge of plays. I know some plays. Hook and ladder was one of them, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen me bring out this little goodie.
Converse.
How to play like a pro. I bought this a couple years ago because I wanted to know everything there was to know. And this really breaks it down for you. Like, I have my little notes in here. So I'd have to refer to this book.
All right. So, Fred, I like your football tree up and out. Minnie, you're going to let Dana do all the
Minnie's
work.
outsourcing it to
Right.
Claude AI.
I did. I knew this question was coming up and I typed in to Chat GPT. Okay, with Anthony Calandra being a dual threat quarterback and, with his stats from last year, and then with our new wide receivers and a young running back and really good offensive line, what should our plays how should we rely on winning games? What plays, what offensive plays? And then I also compared it to what Indiana did last season, because what their bread and butter was. But you know what? To be honest, when it comes down to it, I would just leave it to the professionals. I don't know enough about it. I wish I did, but I don't.
So I just did a quick throw it in Google. What are the first 5 plays Nebraska should run against Ohio?
Okay.
I'm not going to argue with them. It seems pretty good. Play 1, inside zone run. Play 2 is a quick out pass, RPO. It's again high percentage rhythm completion. Play 3 is a play action bootleg. Since we have Anthony Calandria, we can utilize his mobility. Play 4 is a designed quarterback power draw. And then number 5 is where you stretch them. You take your deep shot, your vertical route.
So these aren't actually what Greg would do. He's just using Chat GPT or Google.
This is
Kind of like
Google.
what Vince Watson said Satterfield would do.
Whoa. Vince, man.
I had two thoughts about this whole thing. I texted you guys the one. I said maybe this is how Satterfield did it, or two, possibly Iowa was thinking the same thing, and then Ferentz is like, no, if you do that, then they'll probably want to fire Tim Lester because whoever calls plays will be better than what he does. So he could get his OC fired at Iowa. Um, I think it's a fun gimmick. Their athletic department's probably in the red, somebody said. So who knows? And obviously, the coach will curate. Okay, dude, you got these 10 plays to choose from, something like that. It'll be fairly bare bones. It's not going to be Hail Mary and fake punt in 2 plays. Like, they will have guardrails on it, unlike the NCAA on football.
I think play 5 really get them questioning what's going on. Is a quarterback quick kick.
Or if Matney's still here, the onside kick, just surprise onside,
Somebody said that earlier.
but only in Dublin.
I mean, we don't want to rely on trick plays. Hopefully we don't see very many trick plays.
I do like the power eye. Give me a fullback and a tailback. That's what I want. There's still there's plenty of depth, there's plenty of personal, and by the way, that fullback could be Bonner, right? Who has the versatility to
Truly.
be
That
tight end or
with that
fullback.
with him at fullback, I would feel more comfortable. Using any of the running backs, no way. No way.
I just remember those couple times. Was it a Riley that ran Janovich just randomly, or was that Frost that did it? I can't
No,
remember.
it was Riley. I think
Yeah,
Janovich wasn't he gone before Riley or before Frost got there?
I think so, because there was like we did some fullback plays against Ohio State, and it was like, damn, look at that! Like, didn't expect it, and then just went away.
That's the thing. Like Janovich was not a huge fullback. I mean, dude was built like a brick shit house, right? He was
Shit
he was
house.
he was stacked, but he wasn't overly tall. Like you don't need to be a huge body. You just have to be physical. You have to because you're gonna have to pick up blocks, but you're also gonna have to run through the tackles. So,
Hmm.
like that, I don't. I mean, Bonner's great. Bonner might be too tall for me for an ideal fullback. I don't mind him doing it. He caught a few passes out of that position
He's an
before he
H
got hurt.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's just see. See, give me that power eye. Give me a fullback. Give me a or, we've talked about in the past the diamond formation. They're gonna have some
That
depth
was really
at
good.
running back. So
Yeah, that worked good for us for a little bit. Oklahoma killed us with it the one year too. Yeah, it was a bitch.
Muscle Man Michigan fan for $2. Thank you for the super chat. Says I wish Michigan
Oh,
played Nebraska this year.
Oh, hey.
hey.
Hey, that's how we all sound. Fred, your turn.
What?
Yeah,
It's all right. Hey, Michigan muscle man. Hey.
that's,
I'm sorry. I didn't do the hair flip like Minnie. I can't do it. I just hey.
Show me. Show me the movement.
My luxurious locks.
I do not do that.
no, you don't.
No.
Yeah, Gary Pierce says I just like to run again. So
Me too.
RTFB.
How are we going to run without any running backs?
Do
We only have 5. Yeah. We need to-
Well, I
back the
mean,
running back room?
okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Makai
The,
Nelson's back. He's eligible. He got all charges.
the
Whatever.
experience level just isn't there. So, you guys and your dreams of running, you better be hoping that our quarterback just doesn't ever get hurt.
To me, running back is not a role you need to have a historically veteran guy at, especially in today's game. Somebody that can, pick up blocks and fucking run the plays. It's not as, big of a deal anymore the way the game runs. Greg, you in the back.
Thank you. Emmett Johnson was in no worse position than Mekhi Nelson because he was not an every down back the year before. He got a few carries, but he played largely behind Ramir Johnson and
He
there
didn't
was another
play.
one.
He didn't even play. He played like in one game, maybe two.
Exactly. So
They
so how
didn't
are
Because
you?
Rule does not have an eye for talent.
Satterfield did not play him at
Okay.
all. That's why he was leaving.
That
He was Mr.
leans into my
Michigan or
point.
Mr. Minnesota.
That
He was
leans into my point though, because you're
Okay.
saying that we don't have the experience, and I'm saying that Emmett Johnson didn't have a ton of experience, but
Yeah, but
he was
that's
relied on as the number one RB. He was
no,
RB1. It wasn't
no.
running back by committee, and so he was able to not just shine but thrive and became a 1,000-yard rusher.
Okay, time out,
I'll
Greg.
be
You're
right
wrong.
back.
You're wrong about
Is
that.
it your
He
turn
was,
to?
he was
Never mind.
all right. He was nobody knew he was going to be able to handle the load that he was given last season. They thought that it was going to be a running back by committee again. So until he actually got there and was able to keep playing and not get hurt, they didn't know.
Who's they? I'm pretty sure that they knew going in that it was going to be the Emmett Johnson show
Nope.
because
Offensive coordinator Dana Holgerson just said this.
when?
Just said it today.
Okay, well I didn't see that.
He said it before too.
I
He
didn't see
didn't
that.
know that Emmett Johnson was going to be a standout for the season. He didn't
it's
know
one
till
thing to
the
not
middle of the
know.
season, practically.
But it's one thing to not know, but it's also one thing to, like just keep shuffling the ball around to various running backs.
Damn it, Greg! Don't you know?
Yeah, Pitt. Come on, Pitt. My birthday brother. I'm just saying, how can you ever know what you have unless you just leave them out there? Like again, Emmett Johnson.
They're gonna get it, their opportunities. Everyone's gonna get their opportunities, but
I don't want everybody to have their opportunities when the season starts. I want there to be a designated RB1.
you're not gonna get that till at least 3-4 games in. If one guy is able to stand out, only if one guy's able to stand out. If not, guess what? It's going to be a play for this guy, play for that guy, and a play for that guy.
And then
That's
we'll
what
have no consistency. We'll have no running game.
we don't have a running game. Let's just pretend like we really don't know if we have a running game because we don't.
I think we do.
No. I think that you need to, until you see it, I think that you need to just consider it. We're not sure.
I know Sam says, he, meaning Holgerson, talked to Emmett Johnson and coming back last year. I remember that. I
Yeah.
do think, though, there are enough weapons that through a month of fall camp, you should be able to identify who's your standout. And then when you identify your standout, you start weighting the carries more in their favor. So instead of doing a 50-50 split, or if you're doing three at one third, you're like, all right, this guy's going to start getting 70% of the reps. You have to build their tolerance. You have to get them used to taking the contact so that when the end of September hits, when they are in East Lansing for Michigan State on the 26th, I think,
Yes.
that they're ready to go. I don't want any question marks by the time we get to conference play. I want to know exactly who is going to be on the field. I'd like to have that by Ohio, and then again, like we saw again in the Akron game, you can bench whoever RB1 is for the second half or midway through the third quarter, like they did with Emmett Johnson, because we were up by 50 points. I need the consistency of having a designated number one on the depth chart and not a running back by committee.
Well, I'm glad that you need that. We all would love that, Greg.
Dustin Waterman. Haven't seen him in forever.
Good
Sorry,
to see you,
Dustin. I'm echoing.
Here's what Pitt says. Mekhi is going to be on the Heisman list. Mark my words. I'm calling it.
Ooh,
Oh my
Pitt's
gosh.
Delta 9 just kicked in.
Okay. I have to say, Um,
You
we'll
gotta
be
go with
lucky.
Neil.
We're lucky that we're even going to get to see him play because of the whole mess this summer. So hopefully he stays out of court.
What's Anywho,
okay?
I guess we're talking running back by committee and what we would like. I think that the staff will, as being said, as I came back, and by the way, we're talking spicy takes, so I got a Devil's Gap jalapeno beer from
Oh
Kincaidor.
gosh.
That
But
actually sounds good. Does it taste like jalapeno? Really?
yeah, it does. Really good marinade for pork chops. Anywho,
I can see
another show, another time. But I mean, I think the staff is obviously going to hone in, and I would like to trust their judgment that they will pick a guy or a couple guys. It'll be the one, two. I mean, we used to see it even when Osborne was here, though. We had the wee backs, Calvin Jones, Derek Brown. I mean, that was kind of a whole season thing because they were so good. I don't know that we have that caliber of player now, but I would like to think the staff would see like, okay, this guy after so many weeks of practice will be RB1, get the lion's share of the carries. They probably have different packages from. And I do too, Kaylee. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's like, well, I think we'll see running, rushing yards from a quarterback. That's a first for a while, and
Yeah.
then,
Heiner
you know,
Carberg, baby.
yeah, well, that was a couple of years ago or a year ago, but last year we didn't use him right. We tried some weird packages, but you knew, God and
They
everybody knew when he was going to run it. It just killed it.
telegraphed
Oh,
every time.
terrible.
So I'll say this, to Kaylee's point, about wanting more than one person to have rushing yards, but I don't want our quarterback to be our lead rusher.
Mm-mm,
Like I
no,
don't want
that's
Anthony
dumb.
Nobody
Calandry
wants that.
to be putting his body on the line that often. So to counter that, you have to have an RB1,
Okay.
not an RB by committee, because you have to have one guy that you can rely on to carry the ball 25 times in a game.
Yeah. More here's how I'm viewing our offense. I'm hoping a cleaned up version of what Brendan Sorsby did last season. He's a fantastic quarterback. He proved it.
We went so long without hearing that name, Fred.
Just
Bet on it.
stop. Just stop. Come on. Can you not agree with any
Gotta
freaking
take.
thing I say?
I
Jesus.
agree. I mean, no, I agree with. I didn't watch Sorsby enough. Honestly, I feel like Calandry is more fleet of foot than Sorsby. Sorsby seemed larger, I think.
I
Maybe
would
it's
agree.
just how he looked. He looked like a big dude,
Mhm,
whereas Calandria looks smaller and quicker, I would think.
mhm.
So, like Minnie said, a cleaned up version, guy that doesn't gamble, doesn't throw picks, I would, yeah, I don't know.
He knows when to hold him and when to fold him. Knows when to walk away, but not when to run. Muscle Man, Michigan fan for $5 super chat says running backs aren't Holgerson's specialty. To be honest, he always throws everywhere he's been. Thank you again for the super chat, Michigan
Ain't
fan.
wrong.
33 years doing this. He can do anything. He's talked about
Except beat Iowa.
how do you know?
Well, he hasn't done it for Nebraska yet.
Maybe this is
We
our
haven't
year.
done it for Nebraska yet, other than Mickey Joseph and Bo's last game. I mean,
Thank
really,
God.
right?
Thank goodness for Mickey Josephs. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Me neither.
We got Iowa because of him.
That was wild. I don't
Mhm.
remember their state at that time. Like if they were just not that good, or
They
if
were
we
pretty
actually
good.
upset them. I was shocked. The whole thing shocked me to no end.
I know. Our team just rallied because they wanted so bad. They wanted to play for him and they wanted him as the head coach. That was the bottom line. They were going to win for Mickey Josephs, and they did. It felt really good.
And then the season ended, and he found himself in trouble.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, that was just a very unfortunate circumstance, and damn, you wish it didn't happen. But
Mhm.
he's landing on his feet and hopefully doing okay.
What else we got? to talk about this week, kids?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Other than you were planning Tom Osborne's funeral.
I wasn't gonna say it like that.
Our little meetings for the Five Heart Theater podcast, whatever you want to call it, they
Five Heart
sometimes
Theater is a segment inside the Five Heart Podcast, which is the show.
Yes.
but I think we should just
It's long
rename
enough.
everything. Anyways,
We do have some theaters in the works, folks. Though I have a
Yeah,
couple
we
things
do.
on my mind, and we might just get them at some point. If I'm not lazy. So
It's not Tom Osborne's funeral either.
no,
But
hey, Michigander.
we were talking about Tom Osborne and him getting injured and oh how horrible that is. And I don't know what the heck Fred, it wasn't so much Fred. Fred is like, God bless him. Falling at this age is really kind of scary. He may not have long. And then Greg, being the undertaker he is, because he sells life insurance, starts talking about how they do
Whoa.
funerals for other coaches.
Hold on, time out.
What?
I don't sell life insurance. I protect families. All right. And secondly, all I said was that in 2002, during the baseball season, Jack Buck, the legendary Hall of Fame broadcaster for the St. Louis Cardinals, also did Super Bowls and World Series and things like that over his illustrious career. He passed away during the season, and so they kind of had a funeral in state in Busch Stadium, and with his casket, his cardinal red casket there at home plate. And a couple of weeks after that, yeah, if my timeline's correct, Darryl Kyle, who was a starting pitcher for the Cardinals at the time, passed away unexpectedly in Chicago in the team hotel, like on a road trip.
Yes.
30 something years old. And then they did something similar for him. So that's all I was saying. I said what's likely to happen when Osborne passes is that they'll have something similar, I would imagine, at Memorial Stadium for him.
Which, in my mind, is pretty morbid. Because you're already planning the dude's funeral. He's not even dead.
Hey, it pays to be prepared.
No, it's the thing we always think about. You don't want to talk about it. You think about it though, and they might do that. I don't know. I mean, that's one of those. Well, Minnie was talking, last week or 2 weeks ago about Lane Kiffin and losing his dad and Hulk Hogan, and thinking about how he never would imagine a world that those two people weren't there. It's the same with Osborne. To me, it's like that's an icon. Your parents are icons. And it's
I
true.
agree.
Yeah. I mean, definitely it would be hard. I remember when I was going to work, I was driving to work at UPS, and my buddy Joe also worked at UPS. We drove separate, but the announcement came out that he was retiring, and we both were driving separately down the highway, and we both had it on our radios, and he pulls up next to me and he screams at me, Osborne's retiring. And I was like, I fucking know. So it's like it was that type of thing that, I mean, it's a big deal for the state. Some people take pot shots and say stupid things to be edgy, but anybody that's like a human appreciates what the guy has done for the state. So yeah, he's an icon, and yeah, just one of the handful few that are left.
Let's just freeze him like they did with Walt Disney.
Allegedly. Gary Pierce says this is the longest show on record. Good night, go big red. It's not the longest show on record. We've gone 2.5, almost 3 hours before.
Yeah.
So, but if you have to go, we understand. And
I wasn't a
and I
part
think
of that.
what's that?
I said I wasn't a part of that when you guys did it.
No.
Brevity's the soul of wit. I'll keep you guys under wraps.
Bada Bing says, I have an opinion. If Coach Osborne coached after 60, he would have won at least 3 more titles. Nick Saban won 5 of his titles after turning 60, to put in perspective. Also with Crouch. Yeah, he would have had Eric Crouch at that time. So,
Yeah.
Not
interesting.
wrong. I don't know about 3 titles, but we would have been better off than what happened, for sure.
Haas said earlier on, he asked me, Greg, Lane wants to know if you think we are going 16-0 this year or not. It's too early too early for those discussions. Stick around because we'll have that for our season preview coming up later this month. So, anything else that you illustrious friends of mine have on your hearts or minds tonight? Your 5 hearts, 1 mind?
Minnie?
I'm good.
Minnie,
It's
are
been
you
a
still
great
mad at
show.
me?
Huh?
Are you mad at me
Probably.
Always.
for
It's
having
very
an opinion?
likely.
Greg,
For
Where's my
having a
8-ball?
difference of opinion.
Outlook
Minnie's got an 8
does
ball.
not look good.
Did Carl Pelini stop by?
Different ball. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the 5 Heart Podcast. I think we appreciate all of you. Thank you for making this show just the most amount of fun that it is. It's a fantastic community. I say it's the best Husker community on the internet. So thank you. Look forward to seeing y'all here again next week. And in the not too, I don't want to say, I don't want to promote something when I don't have a date that it's officially starting. So eventually we'll have other shows on the Coordination channels to promote. But until then, for Fred Sacco, for Minnie Hunt, I'm Greg Mahochko. This is the 5 Heart Podcast. We remind you each and every week that 5 Heart is all the heart you need. Fred?
Go Big Red. Keeping it simple. Echo.
And go big.
Night, everybody.
Good night.